What's up, everyone? Lumus here from Failing at Gaming. Hoping you're all having a good day. Thinking I might do something a little different today. This is something I've messed around with before, but not really. I can't remember whether I've finished the whole game or not. I've not written a night. Hang on, let me pause this for a second. I've not written a nightbot thing for it. Sorry, Lady Meow. I literally decided to do this like 2 minutes ago. How are you today, anyway? And hey, Diz, how are you doing? I don't know that this is a particular challenge that anybody really does. It's just a thing that occurred to me. So in this game, if you've got rings, then you can't die as long as you've got rings. You just lose the rings instead. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting rid of that protection. So if I lose my rings, then I die. Or if I lose my rings, I have to kill myself in as expedient a manner as possible. You know how life goes. I was going to do like a no ring run, but then not picking up rings would be kind of a pain. And it's not a one-hit death run because I will allow myself to use shield upgrade, so... Writing a Ringloss thing would be complicated. It's a messy explanation, but hey, it's a dumb thing that I want to try. Anyway, yeah, I'm doing alright today. Work was fairly quiet. This has had dinner with her family, so of course she's had 2 glasses of wine. So the chat might get rowdy. Fair enough. I'm not entirely opposed to that. Sounds like a masochistic challenge you approve. I'm sure I will do some suffering. I feel like the hard part is going to be retraining my instincts. I'm not used to feeling vulnerable in a Sonic game. I just want to leap in there and speed through the level, but I'm going to have to play carefully. Never mind, I'm invincible. You can't touch me, Robotnik! I'm invincible! So yeah, I can still collect rings, I can still get extra lives, but if I lose my rings, I die, is the short version of it. Don't play Sonic carefully, so you just die a lot. Honestly, having seen you play, I suspect you would die a lot if you did play Sonic carefully. But I have played Sonic more than any sane person should. As must always hurt watching you play Sonic. He absolutely flipped over that. I remember he just kept messaging us when it went up on YouTube, just outraged. How can any one person be this bad at Sonic? Lumus, take the controls off of her! I want to keep going up here, I think. Even though the rings can't save me, I should probably try and get some extra lives, because I have a feeling this one is going to get hard. "99 rings, of course, of course. Well, if I get to the end of the level and I've not found another ring... Hey, it's those guys again. Yeah, we're going down here. I want that extra life. Oh boy. That's not a good landing spot. Sonic is hard, you played it once, you'll never go back. Sonic is not a hard game. Like, I love Sonic, I think it's way more fun than most of the Mario games, but it is pretty easy. The problem is that you only played it once. This was back in the day where you weren't supposed to beat games first try. Like a 500-hour game, you probably get annoyed if you game over at the 499-hour point. I'm not gonna bother with the special stages. But you buy yourself a 1 hour game, you're probably going to be upset if you beat it first time, you know? Found Sonic hard, that might be obvious at this point. Played it a bunch as a child. Lack of practice, maybe? This is where the secret shortcut is, isn't it? Do I want to bother with that? It is here, right? Yeah. This is a risk I don't need to take! Hey, check it, I got a shield out of that. Friend had it so he didn't play it regularly, but he did play it a bit over 2 years. Ah, if he didn't own the game, that doesn't count. I'll allow you mercy for mockery on that one, just this once. Yeah, let's leave that life. I don't want to waste this invincibility, because this bit's kind of annoying. I don't want to get shot while doing the jumps. Just handle the controller between each other. That's the only proper way to play games. Compassion is a rarity in failing at gaming. So far this actually feels easier than my regular runs because I'm not trying to speed, but I imagine it will get more difficult later. When we get to Scrap Brain, we'll be hoping for shields. Also, most of the bosses, from my practice run like 5 years ago, when I first came up with this, most of the bosses are a nightmare without rings. Okay. Yep, let's go up. Oh, thought that was rings. Prodigious size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue. Is that a line you quote a lot? What was close? What did I do? I love Sonic's expression when you skid to a halt. Sonic doesn't approve of stopping. Whoa! That guy surprised me. Delay, I almost got hit. I almost got hit there. Oh, I just wasted a shield. Yeah, there's usually about 30 seconds. Just I didn't remember nearly getting hit. Maybe it looked like I nearly got hit to you, but for me that was a maneuver of grace and precision. It's like Jubei Yagyu says, on the battlefield a single hair is the difference between life and death. I probably could have got 100 rings here. I thought I wouldn't bother, but in retrospect I've gotten 82, I should have done it. Strategic move, the art of war, exactly. He's got a ball! He's turning my own techniques against me. Hey Noellen, how's it going? Jubei's not wrong. Supposedly he said that line after a duel in which an opponent's sword cut through Jubei's clothes but didn't touch his flesh. So he might know what he's talking about there. Came in like a wrecking ball. I don't know the song that you're singing, Diz. Never hit Eggman so hard. Hopefully this is an accurate reenactment. Hopefully I'm accurately singing this song that I've never heard. All you do is bounce on me. A disco ball? That would have been better. It should have been a disco ball. Sparkles everywhere. Not that far off. Fair enough. You know, thinking about it, this level might be harder than the next couple of levels in this challenge. Came in like a disco ball. Because the enemies are all spiky, and also there's traps and lava everywhere. We will have to play this safe. Also watch out for fireballs. The environmental destruction. When I jump on those platforms it pushes them down into the lava and the grass burns away. Reminds me of, like, I don't think it was the first time I played Minecraft, but it was fairly early on. I set it to survival mode and had it generate me a random map, and I ended up on this tiny island in a sea of lava. And there was trees and grass, but they almost immediately caught fire and the whole island burned down. And then I was just kind of stuck there, starving to death. It's just this nightmare realm that I found myself trapped in. If I spawned that today, I could probably survive it, but at the time I didn't really know what I was doing. Water, water everywhere, and the island is on fire. Oh, and there was a temple as well. It was just my little island in the sea of fire. But then just visible over the lava was this, I guess, a water temple? Just this giant temple surrounded by a lake of water. And here's the thing, the water was right up to the lava. One square of lava, one square of water. No, nothing holding the water in, keeping it from the lava. No obsidian where the lava had cooled. Just lava, then water. Some crazy weird temple. I don't know what kind of place I ended up in, but that was really cool. I wish I hadn't died. I wish I hadn't starved to death horribly so that I could have explored that place some more. Who needs physics? It was clearly a magic temple. Physics don't apply there. There was something mystical going on in that place. Because, I mean, that's not consistent even with Minecraft physics. I'm fairly sure in Minecraft, if a square of water touches a square of lava, then they turn into obsidian. The lava cools and becomes solid, right? So even by in-game standards, that was like, something magical was going on. There's not a thing that should be happening. Quick check, I've not actually lost my rings yet, have I? I just know the first time I lose my rings, I'm gonna forget that I'm supposed to die. And you guys will all be yelling at me. That was kinda close. Obsidian or cobblestone, depending on what touches what. Okay. So like, water on lava, obsidian, lava on water, cobblestone? I've not actually played Minecraft that much. I felt like the crafting system was kind of dumb. That was what ruined it for me. How are you supposed to know what makes what? Some things go in the most random places, and you have to get them set up right to make stuff. Sometimes to make an object you have to get the pieces put in a way that looks nothing like the object. It frustrated me. And in particular when you don't know what things are actually in-game that you can build. Oh boy. Like, I feel like just a crafting list and a set of requirements would have been better than dropping the things into places, I think. Otherwise, you basically just have to have the wiki open while you play it. There's some well-behaved lava, just quietly waiting for me. Oh no! It's the chase scene! Let's get out of here! Haven't played in a while, you really liked it, but once you played multiplayer, you didn't want to play single player again. That is fair. I mean, I can think of a lot of games where that applies to. I can think of every game that applies to, but particularly for something like Minecraft, I guess, where it's got the creative elements. You want to show people stuff, right? It's like, if you've not got people around, you're just playing sandbox mode. You can do whatever you want, and nobody cares. If this goes well, I might have to do a no ring, no shield run. Keep upping that challenge until I find something that breaks me. Yeah, this place has that weird visual bug. I think it's if you jump while you're riding a block that's falling. I didn't do it that time though. It's just in here, this one place. For some reason, sometimes when you jump off the block, Sonic just kind of runs in midair instead of curling up. Something cool about looking out from your Gothic cathedral tower and seeing someone's mansion or stone circle or whatever. Yeah, exactly. I've never actually played Minecraft in multiplayer, but I can imagine. Hold on, one second. There's a secret passage here? I never knew about this! Where does this take me? Yeah, I never played it multiplayer because you guys were getting out of it at the same time I got into it. I bought Minecraft late on in its life. Is this supposed to be here? Is this a glitch? It doesn't appear to go anywhere. Gotta be something there, right? I'm jumping up and down, nothing's breaking. I'm trying to spin into the wall. So frustrating, what is it there for? Why? Why is what? I mean, I don't know where it would even go. Kind of in the middle of nowhere here. Did they just forget to tag this wall as not passable, or what? I can't break the wall on the other side of it as best I can tell. I'm trying to get up speed and spin into it. Hold on, let me... No. It's level with this passageway. I wonder if they drew a passable line across here and accidentally made it go too far. I've never noticed that before, though. Boing. Boing. Yeah, I remember, Narellan, you and your guys had like a team server that you all played on. I'd never managed to get onto there. I think you closed down your server because you weren't playing anymore, like a day before I started playing. Then you talked to the guy about getting it going again, but nothing ever happened. Disappointing if it's a glitch, but you guess it happens. I guess so. If I remember, I'll give it a quick Google after the session. Maybe we should make ourselves a failing at Minecraft server. Thought we were onto a new secret, so did I. I mean, we found something, we just... See, I don't see where it would go. There's nothing else over here. Whatever cheap server he had, he couldn't get anymore. I don't know how servers work in Minecraft. Maybe I should look that up. But yeah, it would be cool to have a server we could all mess around on. Heck, maybe we could stream on it. I bet nobody's thought about doing like a Minecraft Let's Play before, where you all get together and just do stuff. That's such an original idea. "99 rings again." I can see that's going to be a feature of this one. We did talk about that quest we wanted to do one time. That might make for a good stream. The one where we were going to like travel to the end of the world. Official Mojang servers are easy to use, but you don't know about price or anything. Got 99 rings, but a Sonic ain't one. You're correct, Sonic is not a ring. I've certainly never seen anybody streaming Fork Knife. Oh no! Okay. I lost my shield. That's the first time I've gotten hit this run. And I'm dead. I missed my jump. I lost my ring, so I'm standing in lava until I die. It's the most metal thing I will ever do in my life. How far back are we? Rip Sonic. Oh, wow, that was not advisable, what I just did there. Kids, do not try this at home. Do something better instead. Oh, come kill me, robot caterpillar. I don't want to live in this world anymore. This challenge run is stupid. Why did I decide to do this? But yeah, maybe we could do it on the Friday stream that we keep talking about. Robot Caterpillar, I crave death. What am I doing? Why didn't I jump? I was trying to jump, I swear. What has gone wrong? It was all going so well, and now I've died 3 times and I can't get past the first enemy. I think I'm dehydrated. I'm gonna drink some water. But yeah, maybe we could do a... we were talking ages ago about doing a Minecraft... I think it was going to be a Let's Play back then, because we hadn't started streaming yet. But a show of some kind or other where we just... a whole group of us just boot up Minecraft, start from the start point, and just travel to the edge of the world, just walk. Or ride, or whatever. Gathering resources as we go. A bizarre little pilgrimage. There we go. Oh, there's another one. Stop spinning, please. I know it's hard for you, Sonic. I know you want to always spin. But sometimes it's better to not spin. What did you miss? Nothing happened. I'm doing fine. Would be cool following the sun or whatever. Yeah. We could make it... well, what we could do for navigation is, I think we'd make a compass. Because the compass always points to the middle of the map, the place where you first spawn. So if we pick a direction and set off, and keep the compass always pointing behind us, then that should eventually lead us to the edge of the world. Be a really weird stream, but I think it'd be a cool thing to do. Shield, please. This guy. That'll work? Yeah. We should do that sometime. Gotta go spin cycle. Let's see. Okay. Just go. Aha! I laugh at you, lava. You mean nothing to me now. Can't lay a finger on me. Oh, thank goodness we're done with this level. I died more times than I wanted to die, because I wanted to die 0 times. Could all have different skins too? There are cool third-party ones. I never really messed around with the skins or like even remotely looked at them because I was playing on my own and I didn't really look at myself. But yeah, we'd have to all have a unique skin so people could tell who's who, right? I was gonna ask whether you want me to go this way or the other way, but I know you're just gonna all shout left anyway. These ruins are just falling to pieces. Okay, so off screen it doesn't shoot anymore. Whoop. Left, 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 left! I like that that's become our most popular meme here. No. There we go. I was starting to think it wasn't going to appear. Look at this guy. Look at this smug little fellow. He knows I can't jump on him. He knows I can't take that risk. Zounds! Such artsy! Come on, turn around on me. There we go. None shall pass. Zounds! The men-at-arms are the best characters. Maybe second to the cows. No! Okay. Thought I was dead there. No! Double no. I hate this level. I hate this challenge run. I hate this game. I hate everything. Why are you guys making me do this? This is so stressful. I'm glad when there's no more of those spiky caterpillars. Those things are all of my nightmares. Made my bed, now I have to lie in it. I've never been very good at lying in bed. Made or not. Oh, I missed 2 of the blocks. This run pretty much killed, I'm afraid. I don't like the sticky noise that the lava makes when it falls down like that. It's not a healthy noise for lava, I feel. Ooh. This must have been a classy place at one point. Look at all these chandeliers. Too bad they don't work anymore. Checking walls at random now, just in case. Fork Knife is calling loudly tonight. Back when you're done harassing those female streamers. Our thoughts are all with you. No! Okay, I thought I'd gotten away with that. I don't know what I was thinking. Gotta get those victory royales. Yes, that's those are a thing that are in Fork Knife. Well, the thing where there's like a royale and then you win, isn't it? Yes. I am up to date with all of the gaming lingo. This guy. He's laughing at me. No, nothing about Fork Knife. Something about a dance? There's a dance? I downloaded it, but I've never played it. I downloaded it preemptively in case one of my friends wanted to play it. But I don't actually care much about playing it myself. Not really into shooters. There are loads of emotes that are dancers. Fair enough. I know some people play golf on there. I only got the kids today with their Fork Knife and their emoji dancers. Spoiled is what they are. Back in my day, if you wanted your character to dance, you had to do something like this. Sonic's sick moves. You've only got the default dance. Do you have to buy them or do you unlock them? I'm imagining you unlock them because I assume it's like a... These games normally like to give you lots of unlock stuff, and I'm not sure anything that you can unlock in Fork Knife actually affects the game. I suppose it's probably like you can play 500 games to gain 1 unlock point, or you can spend £10 to get 500 unlock points. That seems to be the business model for most games these days. Okay. Okay. We just need to time this right. Oh boy, I thought I was dead. Some you can unlock, some you can buy. Fair enough. Guys, check it out! It's Robot Nick! You can either earn XP and get some stuff, or buy the Battle Pass and get way more for your XP. Fair enough, I guess. And there's some stuff you can only buy. I feel like I'm more likely to spend money on a free-to-play game if there isn't stuff that you can only buy. Like, if it's possible to get absolutely everything free, if you, like, try hard enough, and I really enjoy the game, eventually I'll feel bad and buy something just to support them, right? But if they're charging me for skins or things, and there's, like, no way I can truly, like, 100% the game on my own effort, then I'm just gonna be like, screw you, game, you're not getting my money. You and your microtransactions, I hate you. Want more hairstyles, pay up. Yeah. Like, I feel like the best route in getting money out of making games is to get your players to, you know, like you. Fork Knife's worth crazy money now? I would imagine so, yeah. I said some of the things that games offer for like premium purchases just kind of annoy me. Okay, this guy is gonna murder me, so... Okay, we need to be ready. Just go past, dude. There we go. Like... Oh, let's see if we can get this. The timing. Hey, we did it! That's the switch that makes this go up. It's kind of hard to hit the switch and get up here. Also, you don't really get rewarded by anything good for it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if it's like... To an extent, I don't like the idea of buying stuff in free-to-play games because it feels like cheating. I want to earn my stuff fair and square, you know? Oh, on. Somebody got sued for selling cheat codes, yeah. be fair, it's a competitive game. Some people have their jobs playing Fork Knife. I can see why they'd be angry about that. That you're messing things up for other people. Like, I don't care about people cheating in one-player games. I kind of miss the days where every game had cheat codes for the one-player mode. I didn't like using them for actual cheating, but I liked using them for setting up bizarre challenge runs, or just goofing around and having fun, you know? You don't want to buy cool stuff in games, you want to earn them by being good at the game. By which you mean never get them because you're not good. Exactly. I'm glad you understand. No bueno. Si es pas bien. It's nicht gut. I am not good at languages. Narellen just started crying as I said those words. Ah, no! Ah, dang it! Thought I had that. Finish me, crab creature. I cannot best you. Fortunately for you, the stream cut out for a moment. I tripped its protective filter that keeps you from hearing me try and pronounce French. German I can do okay. I did German in school. I mean, I've not used it in years. Probably a decade now. But I was decent at it in school. Stop toying with me, crab. Just finish it! But I've never studied the slightest bit of French. All I know is it has loads of weird pronunciations, and I don't know how to use them. It seems like in general you don't say the last letter in a word. But that can't be the rule all the time, right? Otherwise there wouldn't be last letters in words. Get out of here. I'm not dealing with you anymore, crab. I'm done with you. Il ne parlait pas français bien. C'est pas bien. So, c'est pas bien is c'est pas bien. C'est pas bien. Ueus. Is that even French, Diz? That feels like something that would unleash an Elder Horror or something. Ueus! I have come. I am Ueus. I have been summoned. Ue. Ue. Okay. So the S is invisible because it doesn't have a vowel after it, so it's ue. Oh, way. That's the last letter only if the next letter is a vowel. I'll try and remember that. I feel like at this point this is just throwing French phrases at me just to hear me say them wrong. Où sont les toilettes? So, où sont les toilettes? Don't say the last letter. Wait. Is it just consonants where you don't say them? Or is it every letter? Is it où sont les toilettes? Or do I still say the vowels? Une, biere, silvau, ply. Speaking of which, the bosses at work bought us a breakfast platter today, so we'd all be in a good mood for the CQC inspection. Most of the stuff was gone when I got there, because I start late, but I did manage to get myself a plain ox chocolate. Two phrases you need are "Au secours" and "Où sont les toilettes?" Une bière s'il vous plaît. S'il vous plaît? Une bière s'il vous plaît. Yes, that sounds right. S'il vous plaît. What's "au secours"? Well, AU is silver, right? So it must be something to do with silver. Every single word, don't pronounce the last letter as a general rule. I like how we're explaining how you don't pronounce the last letter, you left off the last letter of general. Unless it's a vowel, unless the vowel is E. Then you still don't pronounce it. I'm learning. Okay, I thought there was going to be a Hedgehog behind me. Those things are murder. They just come flying at you. There's only a couple of them in the whole game, but I don't like them. I need that shield. Stop it. No. 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 Well, this is my life now. No. Oop. Oop. If the E has an accent, you do pronounce it. Well, I would presumably speak French with an English accent, so I'm okay to say the E. Guys, I'm stuck inside a spring. No! I was there and I lost it. I've thrown it all away. Pain au chocolat is pronounced like pa au chocolat. Hang on, but this had an X in it. It was definitely pain aux chocolat. Did we actually get a Spanish breakfast deal? Is that what was going on? Can somebody clarify? Why is there sometimes an X in pain aux chocolate and sometimes not? N and R are picked pronounced in French. Pa au chocolat. Mmm, tasty. Yeah, it was pretty good. And it worked, I suppose. We didn't denounce any of the bosses to the CQC. Up or right? You guys are gonna. I already know you guys are gonna say up, because it's the most left of the two options. I normally go right there, though. I don't know this route very well. The X is to make the goals not feel left out. You have to do a weird thing with your throat for N. And the R is kind of a throat sound too. I don't know what I just said for, but I guess our radio's breaking up. Diz, your radio's breaking up. All we're getting is Francais is okay, Francais. Oh, sorry, Francais. Francais. I suppose it's sort of a sound. I can't get my throat to do it. My throat's kind of dry at the moment. There's some letters like that in Japanese. I know what you're trying to say. But it takes practice to get them, I guess. Francais. 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 I think I'm getting it. Francais. Yeah. I understood that one. I understood yeah. French and German are very similar languages. Ah. Way? Yeah, Japanese has a bunch of letters that we don't have. And I guess we have a bunch of letters. I was clearly jumping, excuse me. You do pronounce French with a South of French accent. I learned a little Welsh and don't know how to pronounce anything. Nobody knows how to pronounce anything in Welsh. But yeah, Japanese has some letters that we don't have in English, and I mean, you can get by saying the English equivalent, but if you want to sound good, you need to say it the way that they'd say it, but it's surprisingly hard. You can do it in practice just fine, but you can't. Just dropping a sound that you never use in your regular life into the middle of a sentence, not as easy as you'd think. Only sentence you can remember is a totally useless one. Doin hafibara? You like bread? Dochin hafibara. Last weekend I learned that two L's in French makes a cl sound. And they say D&D isn't educational. Heim Lepai. Ich mag das Brot. What is mag? I remember the rest of everything in that sentence. Brot is bread. I something the bread? Is that like? I don't think my German teacher ever taught us the word for like. I think we were learning German, he was like, you're never going to need to use this one. Considered impolite to use it in Germany. Das richtig ist. Fair enough. You can say you like bread in 4 languages. Truly you are a savant. Do we go up or down here? I'm gonna go down. Favorite is Lieblings, right? I can say favorite, but I can't say like. My German skills are a mess. Savon, originally? Savon what? I'm not sure I follow. Savant, okay. Savon. Savant. Savant. You truly are a savant. To be honest, I'm not sure I've ever heard the word savant or savant pronounced out loud. It's one of those words that I see written down a lot. There's a whole bunch of words I read ages before I heard them, and I didn't know how to say them right for a long time. There's probably still a whole bunch that I'd say wrong if I tried. In English, usually savant. Okay. So I'm okay with saying savant. Oh, savant is it? Savant, not savant. Is that right? Don't know if I want to be down here. This doesn't look like a safe to be. Saying a word out loud for the first time is such a weird experience. Yeah. I guess that's how my mouth makes that sound. Sav rather than say, yeah. Savant. See, I'm gonna have to make a conscious effort to learn how to say it properly, though, is the thing. Otherwise, it's not gonna stick in. My brain already knows a way that it's perfectly happy saying it, and it doesn't care too much whether it's right or not. I'm gonna have to argue with my brain. I'm trying to think of some words now that I didn't know how to say. For a long time, I thought Phoenix was pronounced Phoenix, because that's how it's spelled, and people don't say Phoenix in everyday conversation. This is what comes of reading too many fantasy books and not talking to people, like, ever. We're gonna go right here because it's really easy to get to secret. We just need to get to this tunnel before the block gets here. Normally you get made fun of for saying it wrong and your brain corrects it so you don't get humiliated again. Fair? I don't talk to enough people to get made fun of. Come on, Sonic, you can make it. Get up there. Oh yeah, the charity thing. I better do that shout out. Because that's tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow at 7 AM GMT. That's right in the morning for us over here in Britain. Sonic running up that hill is you running up that hill. Yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow, Pepper Sandwich. Small streamer who I'm kind of friends with. We ought to host each other. I've watched his stuff a few times. He's been in here once or twice. He is doing a 24-hour charity stream to raise money for Macmillan cancer support. Uh-oh. This is not good for me. Oh boy. If he hadn't been on his last hit there, I would have been done for. Come and fly on the flat, we'll put you on an incline and you die. Yeah. But yeah, Macmillan Cancer Support, they do a lot of good work. They're mostly about supporting people with cancer, but they are also involved in cancer research, cancer prevention, all that kind of things. They sponsored a new cancer centre at a local hospital recently. So they're a very worthwhile charity. And as I say, he'll be doing 24 hours to raise money for them, so... yeah, please check that out. Even if you can't afford to give, just stop in and say hello, cheer him on. 24 hours is a long time, and I'm sure he'll appreciate the company. And 24 hours should be plenty of time for everybody to say hi. Whatever your time zone. So yeah, that's Pepper Sandwich. There's a link to it in chat, but if you're just listening, it's spelled the way it's written. Twitch TV/Pepper Sandwich. Tomorrow morning, all day, 24 hours. Can't really run, but you can walk at pace, alright. I quite like running as an exercise method. For me, it's kind of like a meditation in motion kind of thing. I just lose myself in the run. Be able to drop in at 7, honestly? I'm sure he would love that. Getting somebody new in immediately at 7. Probably make his day. You can't watch for the full 24 hours, though. I mean, do try to do the full 24 hours. Go on, why not? Oh boy. I don't know why I decided to roll with that jump and go flying off into unexplored space. I did it and I instantly regretted it, but okay. See, that's the thing. If I was playing a normal run, that would have been perfectly safe, because losing rings is an inconvenient. You like running, and there are 10 Pokestops in your running routes, you get so many items and at least 1 egg hatches. That is pretty sweet. I've been trying to go for a short walk in the morning just to get my first Pokestop of the day bonus on days when I'm not going anywhere else. It's not great for Pokestops around where I am, though. Oh yeah, there's a huge difference between getting Pokestops in a small town than in a city. Every time I go to a city, I'm shocked at how it's just wall-to-wall Pokestops. They have been adding more out here, but there's still not that many. Ah, dang it. These things are a nightmare. This is gonna be hard. What, past about 6 on your way to the shop? Disgraceful. You need to clarify? What's up, Lady Meow? I like running? Oh, Diz likes running? Haven't you taken up running lately, Lady Meow? You were doing it instead of swimming for a bit, right? Didn't initially, but you grew to like it. Are you sure? I think I basically like running because it's the only form of exercise that I'm good at. I've always been like terrible for actual muscle. I've got no coordination, but I have good stamina. I can just set a pace and keep going for a long time. So running works for me. Let's get out there and get going. Could be deeply in denial. It's Stockholm Syndrome. Imagine enjoying it if the weather was nice and you were fitter. I mean, that's fair. Running is something that you enjoy more the more you do, because you're better able to do it without clutching at your chest and generally dying. Which is definitely where I was when I started out. Good weather's hard to find for running. Like, you don't want to be cold, but you also don't want to be warm. I prefer to run in an abyssal void between time and space. There's not a lot of Pokestops out there, so you know, it's a bit of give and take, I guess. I did not want to do that. Lost my ride. See if it respawns. Actually nice to run when the weather's a bit cold. If it's too warm when you start you get all sweaty. Yeah, exactly. You want good exercise temperature. You want to feel like you've got a fan going. Alright. I think we're almost back where we were. This is a slow level. Hashtag water levels. Although I think this is actually a decent water level. Duck, and up, and up, and we out. Oh cripes, there's another one. Air, precious air. Oh, okay, thank you. An object if it drizzles a bit. You have run in the rain before, it feels like you're in a dramatic scene of a film. Exactly. I tried running in the snow, but it quickly gave up on that. It just doesn't feel safe. You feel like you're gonna fall and break your everything any second. Snow's actually okay to run on, but the tiniest bit of ice will murder you. Ran when the ground was icy, it was terrifying. Yeah, I'm gonna stay clear of doing that one in future, I think. They say running on sand is like one of the best exercises you can do, because sand's got so much give in it. You have to push twice as hard to move half as far. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Thank you, God, for lowering the water briefly so I could get some air. That appears to be what just happened. Divine intervention. Jumping over patches of ice, very dangerous. Yeah, not fun times. Azimuth once chased you in the snow, you avoided the ice, he didn't. Classic Azimuth. Nope. Okay. That almost worked. I mean, I survived. Don't like the looks of this. Why would there be floaty things if water wasn't going to flood the tunnel and murder me? I'm thinking that in this mode, the boss of this level might be the hardest in the game. Because this level has the special boss. No, oh, okay. Are you coming down here? Can't believe I got all the way through these death traps and then the freaking grounder up there. I just blundered straight into him. What was I doing? I feel like a checkpoint underwater is an unfair thing. I should spawn in a place of safety, you know? Only just got an extra life as well. Destined to not have more than 3 lives most of this run, I guess. Come on, run, do it, do it! It's too spook, I can't take the stress. For a while I was talking to chat and I was okay because you were distracting me from the constant terror of my situation. But you guys paused in your conversation. What am I supposed to do now? Going to heart failure is what I'm doing. Oh, I gotta do this bit, and this time I don't have a shield. Okay, here we go. Oh, and over. Like a pro. Walk a long way, but running kinda wrecks you, except in short bursts. Running messes you up more than you'd think, yeah. Well, you kinda get into it faster than you'd think as well. Okay. We weren't that far back. We can pull this back. Yeah, going running for the first time is like the fiercest lesson in humility you will ever have. When you do a light jog for like 20 seconds and then your chest starts burning and you think, I can't do this anymore. I can still see my house. I've not left the drive yet. What is wrong with me? When you've done it for a while and you can make that long distance, to set out there and just keep going. Nothing but the motion to soothe your mind. That feels good. Whoa, I almost went straight into the ceiling spikes there. The ancient Homo sapiens hunting technique. And keep walking and things that run will get tired first. To be fair, I think that hunting technique involved jogging rather than running, otherwise the things would just, you know, get away, but that is a thing that humans can do. Just gently chase something until it dies of exhaustion. Humans have, compared to most animals, humans have superhero level stamina. Almost every creature is rigged for short burst sprints, and we've got the slow jog all day every day ability. Give me the air! Also no fur to overheaters. That is also good. Alright, let's get up out of this water. Do you know what the best part of a water level is? The dry land. I overheat enough as it is, and I don't have fur, and I live a considerable way north of humanity's natural environment. I'm not sorry to not have fur. Although saying that, I do have ridiculously long hair. So maybe I'm not fully committed to my no fur thing. Maybe I need to make up my mind. Water levels can suck it, yeah. So many games have underwater levels, you know. It's kind of weird that it's such a consistent thing throughout all of gaming to have levels where you travel underwater. Like Mario, Alex Kidd, Sonic. Here's the thing, how often do you go traveling underwater? How often do you do anything underwater? I don't think it's a common enough experience to justify all the underwater levels. I mean, they're not getting it from other media. This is... Not a lot of TV shows or movies or whatever have an underwater episode. But games, it's so consistent. Where does it come from? Went to France on the Eurostar once, that's about it. That goes underwater. I mean, you didn't walk across the seabed, so... I don't know if that even counts as a water level. Apparently the internet is underwater. A good chunk of it, yeah. Oh no! I apparently did not duck in the right timing. My bad. My bad. But don't worry guys, I'll kill myself. As I do when something is my fault. It's a wonder that I've survived this long. I died and I was still drowning. How horrific. Didn't get out and walk on the seabed, so it's not a true water level. Exactly. Like, most kind of the levels are places that people would go. If you're gonna have an adventure, you can go somewhere that people go. But why would you go somewhere that you can't possibly go for an adventure? Why is that a thing? Get out halfway and walk the rest. Come on, start throwing your things. And then get you off screen so you lose all the rest of them. Pro stats. Saved one somehow. Never been in the sea or any body of water, so you're even further away. Okay, there goes the last one, and we're good. Get that air. What kind of amphibian mammal is this blue monstrosity? Hey, we're not breathing the water, we have to get the air bubbles. Oops. Okay, messed that up. Can hold his breath like a blitzball player, though, yeah. Well, maybe not so much. Like, here's the thing. Sonic only holds his breath about as long as we can do in this game. It's just that we use up our breath faster when we're exercising, but he can still fight monsters, speed along the ground, leap through the air and stuff, while holding his breath for a really long time. Blitzball players, on the other hand, can, with enough training, apparently hold their breath indefinitely. Can absolutely not hold your breath for as long as he can. I've not measured how long he holds his breath, but isn't it like maybe a minute or so? Holding my breath for a minute is uncomfortable, but if I'm not doing anything else, then... Oh yeah, okay. That's fair, but I'm assuming that Sonic the Hedgehog, the fastest thing alive, does not have asthma. No, oh, I missed the thing. Screw it, I'm going round again. Yeah, we see that blitzball players can hold their breath through intense physical activity for hours? Considering the Via Purifico section? And we're told that blitzball players can sleep underwater. The best ones can. I don't know if they mean like a full night or... Can't remember how long a blitzball match lasts. I was thinking of the other times that they stay underwater for ages in the game, but... In-game play, a blitzball match is 2 halves of 5 minutes each. I imagine in-universe it takes longer. Never even considered it when you played Final Fantasy X? Didn't see how mad it was? I mean, Is it any madder than a blue guy with a broken horn who sucks magic out of enemies and learns to cast it when he's really injured? People in the universe can just learn to hold their breath for a ludicrously long amount of time. Maybe it's magic, maybe it's just a thing they can do. I don't know. I don't feel the need to dwell on it. It's just a feature of the universe, I guess. The more magical stuff seems normal. I mean, I guess. I get where you're coming from. It's like... you don't know how magic works, so they can come up with rules for magic and you can say, okay, I guess that's fine. You know how breathing works, so when they tell you that, actually, if you train really hard, you can hold your breath for 8 hours while you sleep, you think, Like, there's no overt magic going on for it. It's just a thing they can learn how to do, but, like... maybe they're just tapping into their body's latent magic? The blitzball poses and religious gestures originally had characters putting their fist up over their arm as if giving someone the finger. A gesture unfamiliar to the Japanese developers. The localization team had to request retakes at motion capture studios to take them out. Fair enough. This is the most pointless air bubble place ever. I mean, I'm guessing the air bubbles weren't placed here by Robotnik or by cracks in the floor for my convenience, but nonetheless, not feeling that one. I mean, even somebody with no magical training can use magic as part of their overdrive, right? So I guess tapping into your body's latent magic is a in-universe real thing. I remember Final Fantasy V has a bit where they're like, this tower is flooded with water. We're going to have to hold our breath to get down there, but we're only going to have 20 minutes to get to the bottom because 20 minutes is exactly how long we can hold our breath. But that being Final Fantasy V, which is the closest thing to a comedy Final Fantasy, that might have been intentionally ridiculous. The 20-minute breath counter that pops up. Oh boy, I can't believe I made that. Final Fantasy V was funny as heck. It was. It's one of my favourites. It's such a dumb game, but I will always have a soft spot for it. And I love the job system. The combat mechanics in Final Fantasy V were top notch. Like, sure, 4 and 6 had better stories, but the combat wasn't anywhere near as good as Final Fantasy V. Boss is probably the dorkiest Final Fantasy main character and you love him. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna regret that one when I get to the boss. There's nothing, not another one, is there? I don't think there is. I really like how Bartz is depicted in Dissidia as well. Most people are depicted really well in Dissidia. But it's kind of a weird thing that... Ah, here we go. I thought there was another one somewhere. Second Dorkiest Titus, third Dorkiest Cloud, don't at you. I can't think of one that's dorkier. Yeah. Let me finish my thought and then I'll dwell on that. Like, it's kind of weird in Dissidia that you get the unlikely pairing of Squall and Bartz as friends. The dorky guy and the sulky guy. The dorky goofy guy and the sulky serious guy. But you kind of get this thing where, like, Bartz is like the goofy younger brother, always full of energy, and Squall is the big brother who takes care of him. And then you remember that Squall is 17 and Bartz is 25. But Bartz is cool in that. Like, he's this goofy guy who's not normally paying attention and gets himself into trouble and is always ahead of the party. But on the rare occasion that you get him mad, you suddenly remember, right, this guy's studied under the job system. And in this game, the jobs are everyone else's moves, right? He can do anything that any of the other characters can do. You get this awesome bit towards the end of this series where he loses his temper and just goes charging at the enemy with summoning a copy of Squall's Gunblade into one hand and a copy of Cloud's Buster Sword in the other, and just dual wielding these at the guy. Not a guy you want to upset. It's a hard thing to do, but once you do it, you know about it. Alright, dorkiest Final Fantasy characters. I think you might be on the ball with those. Definitely nobody's beating Bartz. Bartz also hates flying on chocobos. Yeah, Bartz is afraid of heights. That's actually explained in universe. He was dared to climb onto the roof of the tallest building in town, fell off and broke both his legs. That's why he does not like flying. You go back to his hometown and talk to that one girl, and she's like, "Oh hey Bartz, still horrifically terrified by that thing I dared you to do one time?" And he's like, "Yup." Good to know. Yeah. As somebody who's not fond on heights myself, I can sympathize. The extent of his tragic backstory. I mean, he had a mum and dad and they died, so I guess there's that, but... I mean, he was, like, borderline an adult when it happened. I'm trying to think through the characters. Zidane, not really dorky. Squall, dorky's not the right word. He's a lot of things, but he's not dorky. Terra? Terra's fairly together for somebody who's literally got no memories. What about Cecil? I feel like Cecil's a contender for the dorky list. Probably not top 3. Maybe 4th place? I think I'd have to say Cloud is dorkier than Tidus. Actually, unpopular opinion, I don't think Tidus is really all that dorky. He's just really out of his depth. Like, replaying it, I did get the impression that he's not as much of a weirdo as he first comes across when you take into account that his dad was the entire city's legendary hero, and he's grown up his whole life, everybody knowing exactly who he is and his entire thing, and all of them worshipping him for his famous dad and his blitzball skills. Oh, that was ridiculous. Like, you have to put his stuff in the context of his weird celebrity childhood. Also, bear in mind that the famous father that everybody worships was pretty much incredibly abusive. So there's that too. He's biting his tongue every time anybody speaks to him. Yeah, he's in a completely alien culture. He doesn't understand any of what's going on, he's just doing his best to get by. I think half of his dorkiness is intentional, it's just bluster to get him through the conversations. There we go, let's go this way instead. Also, I think he's kind of got... I'm going on too long about this, but I think he's kind of got this thing where he's... Everybody's analysed every part of his life. He has no level of embarrassment. If he does something incredibly goofy and everybody laughs at him, fine. What does he care? He's seen all of that before. He's been through every social experience he can get through in that kind of thing. He's had the newspapers making fun of him for his school lunch. What's the worst you can do? One of the first things he was told was, don't say you're from Zanarkand, you'll offend someone, and he just ignores it. He didn't ignore it, to be fair, he forgot. He probably had a lot of other things going on in his head. And the stated reason for not telling people that he's from Zanarkand is because he's apparently crazy, which he's probably not convinced of. He kind of... To be fair, he doesn't even say that he's from Zanarkand. He's asked what blitzball team he's on, and he instantly answers Zanarkand Aves, because he's a professional blitzball player, and it probably comes up a lot in his day-to-day life. It's just instinctive for him, right? What team are you on, the Zanarkand Aves? He probably doesn't even think that he's giving away that he's from Zanarkand, where he's not supposed to be from. He didn't buy that he'd lost his memories, that's fair. Yeah. He wasn't sold on the whole being crazy thing. Like, one of the next things he asks... what's his name? What's the name of the guy? Waka. One of the first things he asks Waka is to verify Riku's story. He's obviously not convinced. He just probably does have depths, he just can't stand to play the game again to explore them. Fair. Like, here's the thing, okay. I stood in the middle, why did you catapult me? Each game seems to have its own seesaw physics, you know? I can't keep track of them all. I don't know why seesaws are so prevalent in the Sonic universe that we have to keep track of the physics, but that's where we are now and we just gotta deal with it. Alright, 10 was never my favourite Final Fantasy. and I didn't like it that much when I was a kid, but I did play it again relatively recently, and it's better than I remembered. It holds up really well. A lot of the characters had depths that I didn't appreciate as a kid. Tidus and Yuna particularly. I feel like a lot of their stuff was lost on me when I was little. Auron too. When I was a kid I thought Auron was cool. Now I know the truth. Enjoyed it, we had nothing to compare it to. Ah, dang it! Moved faster than I thought. That was a bad situation to be in. I couldn't see the deadly things flying over my head. You liked Lulu? Lulu was alright. I don't know, I think maybe she's the most boring of the characters. She doesn't really have a lot going on. Tried replaying it a few years ago and the beginning is so long. The beginning is ridiculous, it goes on forever. You're not really out of the tutorial until you get to Besaid. Until you leave Besaid, arguably. The tutorial is like the first 3 hours of the game. Compared to 7, where you get a 20-second intro, and then you're in the middle of the bombing mission. Anyway, I like Final Fantasy X. As an overall game, it's... From the overall category of game, it's good. From the category of Final Fantasy game, it's middle of the pack. That's what I'll go with there. Yeah, in 7, it's straight in. Instantly going. Ten probably is the slowest intro of any Final Fantasy game, as far as I can think of. Like, 6 also, you're in, you immediately start the game in, like, the assault of that town. 8 probably is the second slowest intro, and even that's not super long. Actually, 9 might be the slowest. I don't know. 9 has quite a slow intro, but it's like... It's gameplay intro. You're not really going off on your adventure or whatever, but you're introducing all the characters very quickly, doing different stuff. Which one is my favourite? I feel the need to qualify this one a little bit. Excuse me. So, oh boy, this is not looking good. How do I get through here? My favourite Final Fantasy is 8, but I think the best Final Fantasy is 7. Okay, didn't make it. Like, I love 8, but it appeals to me for largely personal reasons. I feel like the best overall one, the one that I would expect to make most people happy, is 7. There's just so much good stuff in 7. Like, 7's a true masterpiece of a game, and it's unfair that I like 8 better, but I do. When I played this as a kid, I thought the only way you could hit this boss was by throwing the bombs into them. And that's, like, not remotely how you're supposed to be doing this. You can do it like that, it works. But it makes a lot more sense to use the bombs to catapult yourself up there and be the aimed bullet. Hold on, let me just focus on this. I don't have a shield. And rings aren't a thing that exists in this timeline. I think it's just one more hit. There we go. Hard to get past the Chocobo in 7? See, I want to laugh at you for that and say it's a ridiculously easy thing, because it is, but it's also really hard to get past. I know exactly what you mean, and it's a very awkward spot. Yeah, 8 is very love it or hate it. I think the thing is, one of the things I like about 8 is how much stuff is hidden. Like, you pick up little bits of lore and stuff, and you look at the things that don't make sense, and you realize, oh, that's what was going on. But if you're not enjoying the game, you're not going to pay enough attention to get the lore, and then you're going to think the game's stupid. Favorite is either 5 or 7. Those are perfectly reasonable choices. I really like 4 and 6 as well. When I was talking about this with Asmoth the other day, it's like 4 had an amazing story, but kind of terrible mechanics. 5 has a very silly story, but has incredible mechanics. And 6, why did I do that? I should have either committed to it or not done it. Wow, I ran out of lives. I didn't realize I was that low. But like 6 is the fusion of both. It's got solid story, maybe not quite as good as 4, but close. Did I not have any continues? Are you serious? Is that game over? Cripes. Well, there goes that challenge run, guys. We just failed. I bet when I did it in practice, I allowed myself to go into the special zone and I had continues. I was overconfident. Oh well. I'll take a break in a moment and we'll play something else, and we'll have another go at this another time. What was I saying? Yeah, 6 is like the hybrid of 5 and 4. Like, maybe it's not as good at story as 4, and maybe it's not as good at mechanics as 5. But it's almost as good as them. They're good ones in both of them. Probably the better overall of the 3, I'd say. But yeah, with the exception of 13, there are no bad Final Fantasies. Six is well worth playing. You do have to bear in mind that it didn't get translated very well into English. I don't know if they fixed that more with the later versions. But it is a good game. It is rightfully popular. 10-2 was fun. 10-2 was underrated, I think. They were trying to do something different, and yeah, if you're expecting the same, then the different doesn't work. But if you take it for what it is, I think it's a good game. Yeah, some of the transformation stuff was over the top, but the game has its charms. It's like seeing what the Final Fantasy characters do on their day off. They're going on adventures, but it's a lot more casual and silly, and they're just being themselves. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get another drink, change the game, and I'll be back very soon.